What it is, what it do, how the hell are all of you? With yours truly, Petra, fucker, back with another mother love. You already know the deal. Grab a smoke, grab your drink, and lock 'em with your boy, because we back with another one. Now, with so much going on in the world right now, whether it's China or Russia or Biden or the Rittenhouse trial, the Ahmaud Arbery trial, there's so much just going on. It's hard to wrap your head around everything, you know what I mean? And I can see where people get lost in per se the sauce of it, you know. And what amazes me is when people have extremely bad takes. Let me pull it up. Now here we go. This is one of them. I got 2 videos of her. Listen to this shit.
Granted. Thank you, President Biden, for the infrastructure bill that's now law. Let's pass the other bill and get that into law. Let's censure Paul Gosar. Yeah, let's censure him. And get these nutcases out of there that don't belong, that are traitors to the country. So, anyways, I think he's.
So that's where she lost me, was the traitors to the country. And I'm gonna let her get her other one out too before I clap back.
Hi, guys. Well, we know the judge is biased. He's crooked.
See, I'm not even gonna play the rest of it because it shows that her take on this, the judge is biased. And I've said this a few times on TikTok, Twitter, Clapper, whatever you want to say. The judge is no more biased than the judge that was in the Derek Chauvin trial. And that right there could catch heat for the belief of it, but that's the truth. You can't say that this judge is more biased than any other judge. This judge this judge, Bruce E. Schroeder, has actual attorneys that vouch for him, have other judges that vouch for him. So I'm sorry that Bernice has such an out there opinion. But to talk about getting him off the seat, this, that, the other, and then just say that Joe Biden is doing good, you clearly do not understand what you're talking about. You clearly do not understand the totality of what Biden has done that's bad. And this view is something that a lot of people have. And when I mean a lot of people, I mean a lot of people. There might be only small sections of people that are on Clapper, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to say. It might be just compared to the entire population of the world. It's a small section. But within those small sections, there's people that really believe wild and out there shit. To say that Biden is doing a good job when his approval rating has been in nothing but the dumpster for the last 10 months. And then she came out on a limb. I can pull up the comment. Hold on. Right here.
Oh, thanks,
Hold up.
Brandon.
I want to pause it because I don't want to run in the background. But I said it's okay to think Biden is doing good because his approval rating would say otherwise, no matter how much you think he is awesome. This was the original. My original clapback was not false. The bill has been picked apart and shown for what it is. I'm sorry you missed that part, but Gosar should only be censured by those who voted him in. She said Trump talked about infrastructure and never did it. See, that's something that when you bring up Trump in Biden's presidency, you're blaming Trump for things that Biden is in control of, whether you want to believe he is or not. And when it comes to the Paul Gosar thing, I didn't see the video. I don't know much about the argument itself, but what I do know is if you're going to focus more on what the internet has to say versus doing your actual job, you probably should not be in Congress or the Senate. The internet's never going to go anywhere, and it's never been a nice place. It's never been a bastion of compassion and unity. There's always going to be someone saying that you're a fucking idiot, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're fat, whatever. Get over it. Now they're mad because the video, I guess, was an anime video. AOC was one person, and somebody was somebody else, and she got killed in the video. Okay, this is my argument here. You can go on a lot of these porn sites, and there are people that are dressed up as these Congress people, whatever, doing the deed. What's any different? What's any different? It's okay if someone gets fucked if they look like you, but if they die and it's mimicking you in a cartoon, you're gonna get mad. It's an iffy ground to me. But I pointed out that video because it really threw me through a loop that someone is aged so much and has such a bad take on just about everything they spoke on. You're more than welcome to look up her name. It's up in the corner on the video. You can look it up. Go see what she got to say. You might think she's got some really wise words of wisdom. I don't. To call people traitors that don't agree with the progressive movement or the liberal movement is extremely fucked up and it's extremely wrong. A good example is you got a dude that dressed up as a bull or whatever, the shaman or that for the January 6th protest. He got 41 months in jail, in prison, for trespassing, essentially. That's got to be one of the longest trespassing sentences ever handed out. And as you can see, I didn't call it insurrection. I didn't call it a riot. I called it a protest. And why did I call it a protest? Because nothing was burnt down. Buildings still stood. Yeah, Ashley Babbitt lost her life. That cop, I personally think that cop should be sitting in prison for that. I don't think his life was in danger at all. And I'm sorry to people that think, well, I think their lives were in danger. I would argue that all day. Seeing as Minneapolis, Kenosha, New York, and so many other cities had literally entire blocks burned down. I think I could argue that. But you got people outside the courthouse trying to be as intimidating as they can be, because what other reason would you have to be there out in Kenosha except to be intimidating? In Black Lives Matter, what business do you got in the trial? Jacob Blake is still alive. Like, why are they there? What point do they have to be there? He's alive. And none of the people that were killed were black. So let that sink in. And I say it like that because how is it not political if you have a political movement outside trying to be intimidating? Come on now. I just want to bring up these few things because it's something that is, I don't want to say that has been eating at me, because it's not eating at me, but I wanted to speak on it because it's fuckery at its finest. And I think when fuckery at its finest is out there doing what it's going to do, you have to call it out as it comes out. And when people have horrible takes, now if you go into Bernice's comments, that older woman's comments, she is not getting love. She is not, people are not agreeing with her. And Clapper is not a bastion of right-wing bullshit. It's not like Parler. It's not like other, like Gab, if you want to call Gab or Parler right-wing spots. I don't really believe they are, and I never have. There was plenty of lefties on there when I've used it. There still is. And I'm still on Parler, still on Gab. Didn't go nowhere. But the thing is when I see people like that make comments, and I don't mean people like just her. I mean, people just in general make comments how Biden's a good person, or he's doing good, this, that, the other, when he's clearly doing bad and he's a horrible person. How can anything you say be taken seriously at all? How can anything you say be taken as credible? Anything this grandma says should be taken with a grain of salt and a whole tub of bullshit behind it, because she clearly does not know what she's talking about. And there's so many other people that join that same bandwagon. And then they try to go back to Trump when they can't win the argument. Oh, well, Trump said this or Trump did this. It's not about Trump anymore. Trump's no longer in office and hasn't been for almost 12 months. So anything you bring up about him is pretty much moot. Now, as I said about the Paul Gosar thing, I don't know much about it. I didn't get to see the video before it was taken down. It doesn't surprise me that the Democrats are going to try to overstep their bounds, and I mean overstep, because they'd censored Marjorie Taylor Greene, and that should have been her, people that voted her in should have been able to pull her out of her House committees and shit. Why is Ilhan Omar and AOC and them not being censored when they clearly side with terrorist groups like Antifa, Black Lives Matter, domestic terrorist groups? I guess is the easiest way to say, because that's what I see them as. And Antifa for surely is, and I think Black Lives Matter is just a wing of Antifa. That's all I see it as. Or Antifa is a wing of Black Lives Matter, however the cookie fits. But I see a lot of people on the progressive left, on the just left, try to jam square pegs into circle holes and then try to explain to you why it should fit. I mean, you can't make it make sense. But what do you guys think when you see people have such bad takes, especially when it comes to Biden, or it comes to Kyle Rittenhouse, or it comes to Paul Gosar? What do you guys think? You already know what it is. Let me know in the comments. Stay blazed, stay blessed, stay safe, because this world is a crazy motherfucking place. You already know what it is. Peace.